Hello lovelies, I'm Angela. It's very early in the morning. Bienvenue, welcome to my Everyday Château. It is a sad day here in our gardens. The day I left for Paris, probably 6 weeks ago, we had a spectacular ice storm. And it was beautiful, but it did a significant amount of damage to my roses, apparently, because nothing's really happening. And it is now the end of May, and I think it's time to call it. I was giving them a few extra weeks to do something, but I only have a few little shoots at the bottom of most of my roses, of over 50 roses. And I can't quite tell if those are basil shoots yet or suckers. We will discover that today, but I think it's time to be a mature gardener and really trim them down and give them their best chance of surviving, because they're definitely not going to do what they did last year, which is very sad, because last year my mantra, my song, every time I was in this space was, next year they're going to cover the arches, next year they're going to cover the arches, because they got a good 6 and 7 feet tall, in particular the Strawberry Hill right here in the parterre, and that's not going to happen. So I'm going to bring them all down. I have fertilized them this week. Now I'm going to bring them all down. Usually they are just incredible about the 3rd week of June. If they do anything, I'm assuming I'm going to get blooms in July. It's really disheartening for me to see these naked branches, but I'm going to bring them down and do the right thing. I have a full day in the garden today. I'm going to share with you a little bit of what I've done this week and a little bit of what I'm anticipating next week, because we have some great changes that are going to be happening in this space, not just sadness. Just like today in the garden, where I'm making choices that will affect the garden in the future. I know the choices I make today will affect me in the future. So I want to tell you about Midi Age Well, because like my workouts, it's not about quick fixes, it's about sustainable, science-backed care. Now, Age Well is brought to you by Midi Health, and they are the leading virtual care clinic for menopause and perimenopause. They offer things like advanced testing, biomarkers so that you can track your progress, annual checkups, a proactive long-term review, and a clear roadmap to optimize your health now and in the future. MidiCare gave me care with a quick and easy video appointment. We mapped out a plan for some of the changes I'm going through at this stage in my life, and I got great care. So different than a traditional doctor's office visit. No more waiting. Sit down with your phone, sit down with your computer. If you're looking for personalized, compassionate care covered by insurance, click the link in this video description to book your first Midi visit. Every year I hop online and I try to find more Espalier apple trees. And they are really hard to find. I've never found more. I found 2 locally years ago, and that was that. And so you can find them online, but they're pickup only. There's a really posh company in the south, it looks like, that does them for the Vanderbilt estate, and so I don't think that's my demographic. So every year I'm trying to find trees that have limbs that are on the same level, and I strike out every year. So I'm thrilled. I found these at Walmart yesterday, and lo and behold, I am going to work with these 2 branches right here. Let's see, do I need to turn it for you? There we go. These 2 right here. And then a couple trees down was this guy, and I think I can work with these 2 right here. So I don't have what I need to stake them yet, but to take away from the energy going to all the other branches, I'm gonna go ahead and prune them. This is a total experiment, but really Espalier apple trees can be pretty expensive, even if you can get your hands on them. And these were $40 a piece. So if my experiment doesn't work, it is not the end of the world. So I'm gonna get in here. Of course, I can't find my little clippers. Got my big ones. I'm gonna get rid of this branch and this one. This is so exciting. I can hardly take it. I'm gonna do this guy and this one. This one's a little honey crisp, and I'm going to just get rid of, let's see, one, ooh, just 2 branches. Oh, now which one do I want to get rid of here? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna nix this one right here in the middle. Okay. This is so pitiful as far as clippers go, but I'll have to get it cleaned up as soon as I find my little ones. Fabulous. They are about the same height. I don't even know where in the garden I'm going to put these. I wish I had like 8 instead of 2. Then I would know right where to put them. But if these are the only 2 I can find this year, I don't know. I'm going to stick them somewhere and hope for the best. What would be really cool is if I had enough to go all the way around this parterre garden. At Giverny, there's one of the beds that's just surrounded in them, and they're about this high, and they're old, and the trunks are just gnarly and huge, and it's just so cool. It's like a little fence. I've already planted sunflowers right here to create some delineation between this parterre and the vegetable area of the garden. I don't know if I should just go ahead and stick this there for now. I don't know where to put this. It is a little windy out here. I have made a decision. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start, sorry, I hope the wind isn't too loud. I'm gonna start lining this parterre with these trees, even if I can just start with 2. I have some traveling to do next week, so I could probably hit a couple more Walmarts, different locations, and see what I can find by way of apple trees. And I'm just gonna go for it. I'm going to try maybe this year and next to get enough Espalier or create Espalier to border this parterre, because this is the most formal part of the garden, and I think that would be really cool. And it needs some delineation. When I walk through this area, I want it to feel like a hallway. You know, when we cleared this, from about where I'm standing on back was forest. So we pushed the forest back and got rid of like a lot of really huge, we have an invasive juniper species up here, and just weed trees really just bad. It wasn't like we cut down any cool pine trees or anything, because I would have left them in the garden. But so I'm constantly struggling for delineation. And it's not that I don't know what I would delineate or how I would. It's that it's a big space and it's cost prohibitive. So I think that $40 apple trees, try to cover my mic for you, for now, I think that might be I think that's the way to go. And it's a feature I love so much at Giverny, and the whole concept of this house with a garden in front. Giverny is, I get so much inspiration in Paris. Giverny is my main source of inspiration for this garden. Wait till you see what we have planned. We have a handful of tricks up our sleeve to ratchet up the Giverny here. And, this is my garden. I don't want it to look exactly like Monet's, but it is definitely a source of inspiration for me. And I also love Monty Don's garden at Longmeadow, and his has a lot of delineation. Now his garden is, 30 years old, and mine is 7 or 8 years old. So I have a long way to go. But long story short, I'm going to stick a tree right here behind me.
What are we doing?
We're digging a hole. Well, it looks like I have a volunteer here, so. So here you can see some of the red growth down below. These shoots look a little bit more hopeful as far as being the actual rose and not the sucker. But there are some that look not so hopeful. The shoots coming out, an inch or two from the base of the plant out through the mulch. And it's a bit discouraging because these Strawberry Hill are a good 5 years old. David Austin does offer a warranty, so I'm going to log into my account and maybe they'll be covered. We'll see. I think these ones in the center are probably going to be the saddest. They were just amazing last year. I can't remember. I think this one might be Wedgwood. I'll have to check my notes. But yeah, it was just amazing, and I'm gonna bring all that down. I can't believe it. Thank you for being here today. Would you consider subscribing? That helps us know that you're enjoying the content, and then we know what to create more of. Click the Eiffel Tower if you'd like to find out more information about coming to Paris with me in 2026. Space is very limited, and I will see you all again very soon. À bientôt.